Already, what up, man? It's your boy Takeez. You are tuned in to Top 5 with Takeez, presented by Audio Cult. I got my guys with me today, man. We're going to do a lot of shit talking. All right, so if you don't know, this is a hip-hop debate show. I have one topic that I'm going to throw on the table, and we're going to get it in for an hour straight, and may the best man win. It's Top 5. Let's go. All right, man, so I got my guy right here. I got Joe Biggs.
Yes,
great
sir.
guy, man. Great guy. Been a friend for years. Known my family for years. Got my guy Knuckles in here, cowboy boots and shorts.
What up? That's me.
You feel me? And I am, of course, Takeez. All right, guys, so here's the deal. Here's what we're doing today, man. So, you know, me and Joe have had a love-hate relationship as far as the debates. We debate all the time. I'll be ready to kick his ass, be ready to kick my ass for years. You know what I'm saying? Calling goons and all. Like, come see about you. You know what I'm saying? So
Quality.
All right, so, and for the camera's sake, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my guy, Lewis. What's up, man? We love you, man. You're dope. So I'll tell y'all straight up. I'm going right off the phone. I'm going to drop it on the table, 60 minutes. I'm going to throw the topic down, and we're going to go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, get this in. So we're looking at 60 minutes time. Today's topic is going to be top 5 female MCs. So you got to tell me your top 5 and why. You got to tell me, like, and you better argue tooth and nail on why.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm bringing some controversy.
Even if you ain't
bringing
got
controversy.
yeah, even if you ain't got it like that. You feel me? If you like, nah, I don't know, man. I don't know. We going to see. All right.
Get my knuckles on.
Yeah, man. I gotta have the shades, bro. I wear mine at night. You know what I mean?
I don't wear shades.
It's helping me think cool
Hey,
thoughts,
Jay-Z
man.
taught me that. You know what I mean? Eyes behind shades.
Look, I'm light skinned with waves, baby. I don't wear shades. Okay, all right, man. So here we go. 60 seconds on the table. All right, top 5 MCs, Joe. Well, female MCs. Who you got for me?
I mean, where you want to stop at, or start at the bottom, at the top? Where we coming in today?
Let's start at number 5.
Knuckles, let's start at number 5 because you got an interest in number 5.
Yeah, okay.
I'd rather start with your number 5.
My number 5 top female MC is Tekashi 6ix9ine.
I was gonna say Justin Bieber, but
Nah, it's Tekashi. Okay, all right, let me stop. Nah, for real though. Okay. So here's my thing. I didn't know whether we were gonna do, you know, the last couple years relevant top female MCs or if we were gonna go far back in the day. So I thought up a list for both. But I'm gonna go ahead and tell you.
All time.
You can do both.
All time. See, I kind of want to talk about recent though.
She could have came out yesterday.
My number 5 most recent is pretty controversial because for my number 5 most recent female MC, I got Justina Valentine.
I haven't heard.
Yeah, you're right. See, that's where y'all at. Y'all don't even know.
Okay.
She on Wildin' Out. She just dropped the album though. She's the redheaded chick on Wildin' Out.
The red. Oh, I ain't heard her music.
To me, she's fire. You know what I mean? As far as lyrics and spitting ability, if you go check out, she did a whole mixtape of nothing but Eminem tracks. She redid. It's called Feminem.
Oh, so she getting on Eminem beats.
Well, she killed the beats. Like she can rap. You know what I mean? And she's got rapping talent, freestyle talent. Just that shit you don't see nowadays. Not even just in the female MC spectrum, but just all across the board.
But with one album, can you put her? Now, see, this is the criteria.
I said it's controversial. You know what I mean?
That's
beyond
controversial.
It's controversial.
Because my thing is, there's people that I left off this list. If I go with one album, I mean, Boss from the West Coast. I mean, Eve to me is debatable.
Trina,
Lady of Rage.
Trina, Lady of Rage, and Mia X.
Okay, so
my thing is, what is the criteria?
I'm gonna throw one in there that's gonna trip you out though.
Okay.
Just off one track, because I love the track to death.
So criteria, what is the criteria?
Okay, and that's my question too. What are we looking at? Top 5. You know what I mean? What does top mean?
Well, that's why it's
top spitter,
greatest of all time.
That's why.
And these are some of the criteria I looked at personally.
This is a debate show though, so to me it's like criteria is not as strict. It's like what you believe and why, and tell me why.
Right.
You feel me?
I get it.
It's just how you feel about it.
Okay. So me personally, for greatest of all time, this is what I took into consideration.
Your 5?
Yeah, in my 5. Lyricism, definitely. And when it becomes specifically to female MCs, did they pen their own lyrics?
Yes,
because a lot of female MCs
that's the big one. We in 2018 struggling.
I know. I'm argumentative on that as well. You know what I mean?
That negatively influenced Nicki Minaj on my list. You dig what I'm saying?
Sure did.
You know, so it's definitely one of those things. Lyricism, influence on the game, their place in history, hip hop history. Period. Album sales, definitely got to count album sales. And I looked at their influence on the game and business. Same basic criteria that I would use to establish who is the greatest MC of all time. You know what I'm saying?
That's a great criteria.
But on that too,
I'm on the same page as you.
People's top fives are different all across the board.
All across the board.
Yeah, I mean,
because depending on what coast you listen to,
that's why I said that.
You know what I mean?
That's exactly what I said.
Age comes into it,
depending on where you look. You know what I mean?
That too. I'm 25. You know, y'all.
Right, yeah, I'm 37. You know what I mean?
Different, you know, so
we ain't gonna say about
Joe don't want to be out there.
I go way back, man. No, I'm 44.
Joe don't
you know
want to
what
be
I'm
out there
saying?
like that.
Right.
Jay-Z albums out here, man. You know what I'm talking about? We getting it in, baby. Man.
What's your five?
Somebody lay down number 5.
Now, see, this is. I almost want to go in reverse with it.
Do you?
For the simple fact, because number 5 is. It got harder for me the further I got.
Because my number 1 is simple, dude.
Yeah.
Lauryn Hill.
Lauryn Hill.
That's mine too.
That's mine too. Right. Nobody can argue with that. I don't care. Anyone. Nobody.
Now, I have heard some people have argued with me saying that she only had the one solo album, blah, blah. But you have to count her Fuji's work.
How can you? But first of all, okay, here's my thing. People talk about she only has one solo album. You gotta also think about who she's worked with, the influence.
Sure, for sure.
I mean, you hear so much Lauryn in these females, and stuff like Tink.
Yeah.
You hear Tink.
Oh yeah,
rap. You hear it all in rap. Rhapsody. Yeah. You hear Lauryn all in rap. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta think about that. And
she influenced greater than just
and just working with. I mean, come on, dog.
She influenced the whole culture.
And an actress. She was also an actress.
You work with the Marley family.
I mean, people have wanted her to come back for years. You know what I mean?
She did it better than anybody else.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, she raps better. I mean,
now remember we talked about this though.
Of my top 5 MCs. Period.
Remember we talked about this though. You remember what happened with Robert Glasper not too long ago? Remember he was saying she didn't write her, or she stole all that music.
Yeah, I remember
that. She was a bitch and yada yada. And for me, I was like,
hearsay. That's neither here nor there. When you look at what's on wax, you know.
And that's to the musicality, the instrumentation more so, the production more so than writing the rap.
But I can't say that's hearsay too much. The reason why I say that is because that narrative has been thrown out for years and years and years. And I don't think more than one person is just going to lie for no reason. Now, that does not botch my decision to make her my number 1. Because I'm sorry. I didn't see her live. I saw her live 2 years ago and lost my mind.
It does have to influence
you feel me?
But
or
this is
and that album has got so many classics on it.
Questionable penmanship.
Yeah, that too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that too.
That's the thing. If you accept that Lauryn might not have wrote everything, but she's still the greatest, then you got to let other people.
But see,
slide,
she wrote all her lyrics. She wrote all her lyrics. It's the music.
Right. See, that's the thing.
The instrumentation.
She never professed to be a great producer or.
And we saw her get on stage with a guitar and shut it down with no beats.
And she was pretty basic with the guitar initially. It takes time to learn.
Play it.
Hey, what 50 Cent say?
And then for everybody who says that about the writing on her one solo album, I refer them back to Blunted on Reality, the old Fuji stuff, because there were none of those accusations on
any
those.
of the Fuji's works.
And
No.
it's only when she left from Wyclef, who everybody knows, did
that's when
most
it became
of the
an
production.
Yeah, for sure.
When she left Fuji's is when we have all this allegations coming up in regards to, and I think that's more the musicality, the instrumentation than the lyricism. And she's hands down my number 1, man.
Yeah, mine too.
So we have a consensus.
Yeah,
on
we
one?
do have a consensus.
We have a consensus on that, most definitely.
Yeah.
You remember
There's nobody.
I was gonna say, you remember what 50 Cent said? He said the nation bitch dropped the album, ain't have no beats. And for the longest, when I was a kid, I was like, man, what are you talking about? Because I being a Lauryn Hill fan, I was a miseducation of Lauryn Hill fan.
Yeah.
Right.
So when I got older and I started to look at all the other stuff she did, I was like, damn, that's crazy. And the Unplugged album is my number 1 now. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but that Unplugged album, I put that on.
what's the one Fuji's out? But Blended on Reality is still one of my favorites, just from
of all time.
Underground, you know. Yeah. Back then, heavy East Coast influence.
I've never actually sat and listened to Blended from Reality.
The Miseducation is a classic.
Oh yeah,
it's a
definitely.
Legendary album. Yeah, legendary album.
But so is
you can't talk
score.
about top hip hop albums without mentioning that album.
No,
but this is somebody.
The score was amazing.
The score is a classic album. So now we're talking about somebody who is not only one of the greatest female MCs of all time, the number one, but
one of the greatest MCs,
groups in one of the greatest groups of all time.
We'll get to that.
But I'm saying now, is there anybody else in hip hop who is part of one of the greatest groups of all time? Is the greatest their own category, one that greatest female MC? I think she has to be considered as one of the greatest
it's
MCs.
Tough.
But we're not gonna get into
Busta Rhymes
that today,
maybe is someone that I would say when he went solo, he outshined.
Yeah, he did.
Okay. You know what I mean? I mean, there's a few.
That's a good
Busta, I would say. You know what I mean? But
we're not calling Busta the greatest MC.
But
no, we're not.
And I was gonna say this. I mean, when you talking about the Fugees, man. Lauren made that.
You talking about Lauren
made that. Man, nobody.
I don't know. Each one brought something.
Who's going to go? I mean, Wyclef was huge.
And he did his own thing.
But Wyclef also went. Wyclef went pop.
He did.
They went more pop than he did hip hop.
He went global. It was more of a global,
international.
Yeah.
Which some people would say.
I don't knock him for that.
I don't knock him for that either.
That wasn't pop to me.
I don't knock him for that either. I'm just saying that when you're talking about hip hop and MCing,
you know,
I'm just saying when you talk about hip hop and MCing and him leaving the group and going solo, I say Lauren had that better run because when she left, she was straight hip hop. That thing next, he went.
But
global.
He put out some
he did.
solid work.
Carnival
man.
was amazing.
I mean, you know, he put out some
good
good projects.
Gone till November.
It's just right. I still love Gone till, or even if I was president from the Dave Chappelle show that he had.
But wasn't nobody tuning in to the Fugees to listen to Prob.
Nah, it was Lauren.
I mean, I still like Proz. I'm not gonna say he was the star as big as Wyclef and Lauren, but you know, Proswell, I salute him. It's hard to be the third wheel in the group with that type of talent. And he still shined. He didn't outshine them, but he still shined. So it's nothing but respect for him, man. But we gonna get to number 2.
So number 2.
I know we gonna differ a little bit on number 2.
Yeah, we gonna differ on number 2 probably. And this is more like personal feeling.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think. Because, the greatest of all time, it's tough to argue against the greatest of all time.
Right.
But no matter what
this is even tougher because it's female.
It's tough. There's a couple.
But there's a couple. When you talking about female hip hop,
right?
This is hard.
But then when you get to number 2, who's the number 2 best basketball player? You know what I mean? There's a lot of.
I think it's controversial. Even within my 5, I feel like my 2 through 5 could be mixed up damn near.
Everybody, you should. You're not a true hip hop head if you know. You're not a true hip hop head if you can't do that. If you can't interchange.
Yeah, that's
your number 1 stays your number 1. I'm sorry.
For sure.
Like me, my number 1 MC ever for me is Nas. And I'm just like, I can't move.
Jay-Z.
Yeah, mine's Marshall.
Okay, cool,
obviously, you know what I mean? Because we all value different things on that, you know what I mean?
Now, I'm
but all 3 of them could arguably be the greatest of all time.
Yeah, they could. Hell yeah. Hell yes.
And it's
my 5. Those 2 are also in my
music
top 5.
Is
my 5. I could argue my 5, number 5, could be my number 2. Almost as probably in certain circles they could argue my number 5 as my number 1. You know what I'm saying? So for number 2, I see y'all ain't jumping off the ledge. I'll go ahead.
I'm off the ledge.
Jump off there. This young lady, even though her present situation makes some people doubt her position on the top 5, started as a group.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The new era is still biting her style constantly in photos and being scandalous and coming out.
You got
and
Lil' Kim.
doing it. Lil' Kim, man. You gonna spoil my lead up. You know what I'm saying? I'm building it up. You feel what I'm saying?
And see, it's
but number 2,
I didn't put her on my list because I feel like she fell off and became so irrelevant that there's so many people that surpassed her.
How is she irrelevant when these young girls are still people?
Kim snap, dog, and he's right.
Yeah,
they got her style so much. She's so relevant.
This is where we got to differ on things.
She's actually got a single charting right now.
Does she?
Yeah.
See, I didn't know that. I did see on Facebook the other day she had some more plastic surgery. She don't look quite like an alien anymore.
That was fake.
That was fake. Yeah, it was fake.
Okay.
I wish it was the one that shared that.
He
hopped on there like, oh, come on, yo, but that's fake.
Honestly, this brings up a good point right here. Is when did being a sex symbol equate to being a good female MC? Because that's something that nowadays
that she put on the map.
And that's what I'm saying. Is nowadays, man, every quality good female MC also has to be somewhat of a sex symbol,
or have some type
of draw and attractiveness. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or some type of gimmick.
You know, I mean, just because my number 2 is Missy.
You know who's, you know, hey, you took it from me.
That's my number 2, you know what I mean?
Oh my God, fam.
Now see, that's who I was thinking about could be argued as a number 1.
Can I explain why?
Go ahead, explain why.
Can I explain why?
Absolutely.
So you two got Missy at number 2.
I got Missy at number 2.
You know what? And what's crazy is I didn't even have Missy on my list
Jesus
as
Lord,
of last evening, and we're talking about it. Me and my girl were talking about it, and she was like, "How don't you have Missy on the list?" And she convinced me
to put her on the list.
Put Missy on the list.
Well, that's what I'm about to do, because people gotta understand. You remember?
She could be one of the most.
Y'all remember when? Who was it? I think it was like Katy Perry that brought her out to the Super Bowl or something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
There was actually young bucks on Twitter like
who?
Oh, Katy Perry has changed this girl's life.
Yes, I saw that.
That was like the funniest day in hip hop for me.
Oh well, Kanye did that when
that was,
Paul
and it also
they were like, he blessed this guy Paul, you know.
And I'm sitting here like, okay, I'm 25. I know y'all can't be this slow.
Nah, not to know who Missy Elliott is.
I know y'all can't be this slow, man. I grew up on Missy, man. Come on, bro. You a 90s baby and you said anything like that, you weird.
Yeah, for sure.
Straight up.
And if you older than 90s, you gotta know who Missy is.
You definitely gotta know who Missy is. You feel me? So it's all, you know, a lot of this, like I said, we all say hip hop's subjective.
It is.
A lot of it comes to how you raised and who you've been around. I was raised by grandparents and uncles and yada yadas. So it's like everybody around me had a little flavor in the pot. So it's different for me. And I'm younger, so me hanging around with older cats. Y'all know. Y'all older than me, but I consider y'all friends. So it's like, with Missy, it's so, I hold her close and dear to my heart. Dog, the fact that she can sing her ass off.
Oh, yeah.
Just like Lauren can. Missy get on the mic and sing.
Yeah, she got the voice.
She'll sing.
She got the vocals.
She'll sing it, man, sing it to sleep. And when you talk about what her and Timberland did,
that's where I put her at number 2.
You just,
it's
I
just
mean,
what
like,
they
come
created
on, man. And then
together, you know what I mean?
What did they dub it as? Afro? What is it? Afro futurism?
Something like
that.
I'm not sure.
But I agreed. Like, I was like, that's amazing. She was the first one with it, because you remember the Ooh I, the Sock It To Me video where the brat was on the spaceship.
I love that video.
You know, one of my favorite. You know that beat that that was
Mega
that did
Man.
something. Yeah, you feel me? When you look at that and how she transcended all that with her wardrobe, how she carried herself, she was a big girl at first.
Girl.
And one of the first like really big. I mean, what, Queen Latifah?
Queen Latifah.
I mean, she did her thing outside
and she did her thing, exactly.
of the set sex symbol.
Yeah,
but bar all that, back to the sex symbol. Little Kim, the originator, ain't none greater. Number 2 on the list that beats out Missy because of her influence. We haven't seen another Missy, another person really put on that garbage bag and come out there and really do something which speaks to Missy's uniqueness.
I value lyricism the most. That's my number 1
Missy
quality.
is a lyricist. That's known. She's
the
held with
rapper
that
I am.
pen.
You know, that's my thing.
But the credit I have to give Little Kim in an era when the male was at the forefront,
you might as well say Foxy Brown.
And the female get the cosign.
Yeah.
She was at the forefront.
You gonna say Lil' Kim, you might as well say Foxy Brown. If
no, but Foxy Brown faded off.
Well, and I feel like Foxy kind of stole Kim's style.
Right,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
If you see
when Foxy Brown initially came out, and I went back and forth on Foxy too, but when Foxy came out, you know, she was what, 14, 15, and she wasn't sexy,
as polished,
but she wasn't as blatantly out there as a sex symbol as Lil' Kim was.
Yeah, Lil' Kim pushed the boundaries on some of this sex symbol stuff. I agree.
Man, she pushed
the boundaries.
You know, and we discussed the bikini picture and the leopard print with the monkey hanging. You dig what I'm saying? Took all of us to the jungle.
And I mean, and you do see that in people like Nicki and Cardi today.
Right.
You know what I mean? You see the Lil' Kim,
her blueprint that she laid down.
Set, right.
We don't necessarily see the influence as much of Missy on the industry, and because of Lil' Kim's influence, That's why I put her as my number 2.
But see, on the flip side of that, I see a lot of influence in the lyrics of female artists throwing back to Missy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Well, because of a lot of the loud, the
You just named Nicki Minaj and Cardi,
but
the two top current
their sexual
MCs.
stuff throws back to Lil' Kim.
Okay,
Is
but
what I would
either
feel.
one of them sound like Missy? Really? No.
I mean, does anyone sound like Missy really though? You know what I mean?
No.
But I feel like that.
So where's the influence
That
on the
necessarily isn't. Well, no, I'm saying on the way that she did her. On the way she did her songs, the way she did her tracks, you know what I mean? She had ad-libs. She had lots of stuff going on in the background of her music. That is the current hip-hop status today. I don't even have to have good lyrics if my ad-libs are fire, you know what I mean?
I would counter that argument and say that people like Young Jeezy and what's Young Slime, Thugger.
Yeah.
I think that they had more influence on the current era male and female ad libs than I would give to Missy.
I would give Thugger.
I mean, so nobody had an influence on hip hop.
When somebody is stealing your whole brand and stealing your whole lane
I agree.
on how to market themselves, to the fact of imitating pictures, imitating videos, imitating their whole brand around
But let me
Kim.
bring up this question. Would Lil' Kim have been anything without Biggie Smalls?
Exactly.
Would she have been
Would
anything
Missy
without
have been anything without Timberland? Or would she have just been? Hold on. Let me finish the question.
I really think so.
Let me finish the question. Or would she just have been part of the group, the R&B group? That, let's remember the history of Missy. Started in an R&B group called Sister, and wasn't even the featured main lead singer.
She was
more
the rap
for her
third
pen.
verse,
Would
right?
she, without Timberland, have been in that forefront at all? So, of course, with most of these females that are going to be in there, Lauryn Hill, had Wyclef.
Is that fair, though? You got to think about it.
I mean, but everybody needed a cosign.
Wait, hold on. Let me back that up, though,
because on this list have a cosign.
But they had.
Of them do.
Yeah,
but
most
Biggie wasn't the producer
Yeah.
of Missy. Everybody has a producer co-signer. M would be nothing without Dre. Let's keep it real. You know what I mean?
But that's
but
all how you look
I would be nothing without Future. You know what I mean? Like, let's
Dre didn't
I'd be
produce
nothing without
that
Autograph.
much
Yeah, you right.
on Eminem's first album like that.
No,
Em already had his sound.
That was M's thing.
That was pretty much
But his first album wasn't the iconic Eminem.
Yeah, it was not.
His second and third albums, though. But
the first one, my personal.
I love the Slim Shady LP. Don't get me wrong.
Oh man, I love it.
But bro, the Marshall Mathers LP and the Eminem show.
Eminem popping pills, killing folks. I love it. I love it.
Well, yeah, the Slim Shady LP is his second LP.
That's my favorite. I love
it. Infinite is his first. But I mean, let's go mainstream albums.
Are you sure?
The sound that defined Eminem was the Marshall Mathers LP and the Eminem show, and that's all Dr. Dre.
But he still needed a cosign. Whether you say it wasn't, it wasn't Dre's beats that put him on. It was Dre's cosign. So that strengthens my point because Lauryn had a cosign. If we look at it. Lil' Kim has a cosign. That doesn't diminish her.
Okay, so who's Nicki Minaj's cosign that was a producer?
No, not
necessarily a producer.
But she had Wayne. You know what I mean? She had Wayne when she had
Wayne. Drake, that whole
yeah, they had to
put her in the game.
Yeah, the Young Money was the movement.
The whole Young Money.
Y'all number 2 is Missy. Mine's is Lil' Kim.
Yeah.
I'm right, y'all wrong. But let's go
Okay, go to the
moving on.
We got about 37 minutes left. So let's go to the
more to cover.
So we got
where y'all at on number 3?
Okay, so for
I'm sure we all gonna differ on these.
Yeah,
there's more personal choices as we get further along. I'll jump first. I got Eve.
Okay.
I was a huge Rough Riders fan.
Okay.
I felt like she was someone that had really strong lyrics. You know what I mean? In an era when not a lot of female rappers had multis and had really good punchlines and things like that. She was bringing those. You know what I mean? And again, she was one of those people, you know, that she was a sex symbol, but she wasn't a sex symbol. You know what I mean? Okay. Like she looked away from the norm. You know what I mean? She had puffs in her hair, you know what I mean? Titties out, but not like pushed up. They were just kind of hanging, you know what I mean? Like
she was like the sexy tomboy.
Yeah, exactly. That's good. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I felt, because of course I value lyricism above any other thing in hip hop because that's the person I am. And I put her number 3 for that reason because Yo, she had a lot of hits.
I'm glad you said that.
But more than that, she had a lot of guest verses on other people's where she ate shit. You know what I mean? Like you give her a beat and she would kill it. You know what I mean? Right. And I had a lot of respect for that. And I was back and forth on my top, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I was rolling around on those for a while. But I still see a lot of Eve's influence today too in the way that women spit.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Y'all finna hate me.
Who you got?
Who you got?
Y'all finna hate me.
Who you got?
And I'm debatable about it,
right?
But I stuck with it because y'all know I love battle rap.
Okay.
Y'all know how I am about that. Yeah, I know. But I'm talking about, man, I stay up late to watch Fight Night on MTV.
Okay.
I mean Fight Club.
Okay, Fight Night.
Fight Club on MTV with International P.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? When I was 11, 10, 11, 12 years old, watching that on MTV. But man, straight up just for lyrics, I love Remy Ma.
Okay.
I just don't.
I got Remy.
I just don't see. I just don't.
Remy don't make it for me.
Remy don't make it for you.
Remy make it for me.
But that she dropped on Nicki brought hip hop back to hip hop on the female side.
I'm gonna switch mine because I like your criteria. But I give it to Eve. I give it to Eve too. Yeah.
How you gonna just fold, man?
It had a strong argument.
The reason why is because I told you at the beginning it was debatable.
Right.
And I said I don't know too much, but I went with Remy because
Eve don't make my list either.
Look, really? I remember Remy battling Lady Luck on Fight Club.
Yeah,
I remember that.
And Lady Luck was dope too.
And Lady Luck was off the chain, dog, crazy. So I'm watching that man, I love Remy because this is the pistol in the purse, Remy.
Straight up, I'm gonna kill your top 5 most recent list because of the diss track she dropped on Nicki.
And that was, bro, and I feel like
one of the Remy, had she not went to prison,
diss tracks ever.
Like to me, Remy Ma is someone like my son. Like their career should be so much further, bro. They're so dope.
So much bigger.
But
Fontaine, all those people
prison does that. You know what I mean?
And in regards to Remy, I want to say this before I say my number 3. But again, having the conversation and having this debate last night, it was brought a great point to my attention with that took away points from Nicki Minaj because Nicki doesn't make my list because of the point that was made in regards to Remy. And that was because
she didn't hit back by herself.
Not just that.
She pulled Drake and Wayne on a track and tried to say that was a clapback.
Not just that, but her response to Remy is always, the money.
To everything.
That's to everything. Yeah,
she never really addresses everything.
And it sucks because I think lyrically and voice-wise too, Nicki is dope. You know what I mean? But I don't like her personality. I don't like a lot of what she does away from the mic. You know what I mean? And to me, I want my top artists to be someone my kids can look up to. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
Lauryn Hill is someone that my kids should be proud of what she came from. Whether she crazy or not, it's irrelevant. Whether she hates white people or not, it's irrelevant to me. You know what I mean? Like I don't care because I look where she came from to where she went to. And I want my kids to look at that and see the come up. You know what I mean? Yeah. So there's a lot of respect there that I see on that. You know
I will
what I mean?
say that Nicki is right outside of my top 5.
Honorable mention.
She is a debated, top 10 definitely is in there.
With her.
I mean, ask me tomorrow, she might be number 5. You know what I'm saying? But my number 3, I went a little old school, but it's somebody who has been doing it 20, 30 years now? You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna stop killing my intros to my people, man. Y'all gonna stop doing that, man. But like you said,
she's actually
in
complete contrast to my number 2. No sex appeal.
Yeah, for sure.
Even though as a young boy,
she's my number 5. I put her in
she
number 5.
She got some sex appeal now.
Yeah, well, she got money now.
But she like girls now. But
she like girls from the beginning. Trust and believe.
Yeah, Latifah's my number 5.
To come in
where she's at. You know what I mean? She
of all these people, she's probably one of the few, not just females, but artists that damn near didn't have a cosign. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know her origin story,
it's more so her business partners, Shaheem.
Yeah, they
believed in her. And I think she might have gotten some love or something.
Shaheem from
Flavor.
Yeah.
Flavor Unit.
Oh, okay.
She created her own brand,
Sure.
was her own boss, and most of these females on this list can't say this.
No, I agree.
Had successful artists, including
co-signers,
Oklahoma's own Daddy D was signed to Flavor Unit.
Called Nitro
you know what
now.
I'm saying?
But
Called Nitro now.
Nitro.
Love on the Dub. You know what I'm saying? Featuring Queen Latifah in the video in Oklahoma City.
Yes,
in
sir.
a park.
Yes,
so
sir.
some Oklahoma love up in this thing.
Yes, sir.
Miss Queen Latifah.
Yes,
You
sir.
know what I'm saying? Hey,
There's the argument. I gotta give this one to Joe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Joe.
Obviously, like I said, I had her at number 5 just because
I had her at 4.
I do value lyricism.
Yeah.
But her being an originator and her influence is not just in hip hop, bro.
Right.
Queen Latifah's
Movies,
influence, right? I mean, she's
TV.
across the board. She's
Man,
someone that
everybody know
stretched out
that.
hands.
Everybody know the
She
Living
was a
Single
boss.
theme song.
Yeah, dude.
Everybody knows
Yeah, for
OPP.
sure.
Naughty by Nature were part of Flavor Unit. You dig what I'm saying?
yeah,
She put on other legends.
rappers. Yeah,
you know
man.
What I mean?
I didn't
Not
even
just
know she did
successful
that
rappers,
before,
but
man.
legends.
Yeah,
she
her
put on
business
TV
era,
shows,
man.
You know what I mean? Like
several,
several
bro.
TV shows.
She did.
Yeah, several.
Living Single. She had another one.
Living Single was hers?
There was
Yes,
a
that
spinoff.
was her shit.
know
That was a
that.
spinoff.
It's executive produced.
And y'all
by
correct
Queen
us in the
Latifah, bro.
comments if
Yeah.
we're wrong.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
you know what I'm saying?
But
Make
I do
sure to
remember
subscribe, all that good stuff.
Yeah, all that good
You
stuff.
know what I mean?
Audio cult.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
hit
real
the
talk.
thumbs.
Audio cult,
Thumbs up.
audio cult, audio cult.
Audio cult.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. And as a
Audio
businesswoman, bro,
Yeah.
she's just an amazing businesswoman.
She is the Jay-Z of female MCs
would
as
say
far
the
as
same
business.
thing.
I will
And her
agree.
longevity, bro,
Right.
is the
I'll agree
same
with
as
that.
Jay's. You know
Right.
what I mean?
And
she's
that's
still relevant
why,
today. You
even
know
though
what I mean? Outside of hip-hop.
I'm a fan of hers and her music from day one, but she wasn't my favorite. I think in my list is still right now, even doing
Yeah,
like
it could
this.
fluctuate.
I think my 4 done just dropped to 5, and I'm gonna move up to 5 and 4. But whoever that person was is a contemporary of Latifah, and who I preferred to Latifah, but Latifah's message, you couldn't knock it. I remember the UNITY.
Yeah,
you know,
bro.
who you calling a bitch?
mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean,
and you know what?
Hey,
Hey, that's a real thing.
ladies
And-
first, to where people
Ladies
still
first,
use
yeah.
that
And as
phrase.
an outsider, I saw
Ladies
this.
first.
Yo, Queen Latifah was a strong black woman.
Right.
You know what I
From day
mean?
one.
Super strong.
From day one, bro.
Super
And she's
strong.
someone that, again, hell, I want my kids to look up to Queen
Yeah,
Latifah. You know what I mean?
most definitely.
Like, yo, stand up for what you believe in and stand up for it. You know what I mean? She really did. You know what I mean? She had a message with all her music, too.
Yeah.
Where we can't necessarily say that with some of the other people we've mentioned. You know what I mean? Lauren, I would say, but Eve didn't necessarily have, and we know Lil' Kim didn't necessarily have a message. You know what I mean? Like, but Queen Latifah managed to be a top MC, but still have a message for the people. You know what I mean? And you don't find that nowadays very much at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just tough, man.
It's
yeah,
tough.
it is.
And she took the hardest road to success, I think, out of, at least on my top 5, I think out of any of them, my 3, 4, 5, I think were the ones that took the harder road. You know
Well,
what
and
I
you
mean?
said that. She didn't
because
have a
they
cosigner.
didn't use sex
No,
appeal.
they didn't.
They
They
didn't
sure
use as
didn't.
much cosigner as much. They just put in the work,
Straight
and all
up,
of them are still relevant, are still putting in business moves, and are still doing stuff today.
Oh, she dropping movies
So,
all the time, bro. I mean, and that's a funny thing that it almost seems like if you become a good enough rapper, you graduate to actor. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of a weird thing.
But we always
like,
played, and most MCs, as being an artist, former artist myself, we kind of
I have a
played
stage
as
persona.
actors.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
I have a stage persona. I'm Knuckles on
act.
stage.
Some of us, right.
The rest of the time,
It's
I'm not.
us
You know what I
turned
mean?
up to 10.
Yeah, for
You know
sure.
what I
That's
mean?
I
absolutely-
don't know, man. I'm just always
Yeah,
Keys.
you keys.
But there's a
He was born Keys.
There's a different, because I explain it with mic presence.
Right.
How I'm talking to you right now, I make it on a mic and rap that way.
Yeah.
But mic presence is totally different.
Well, and mine is a
Totally
persona, man. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. So I feel like a persona comes with mic presence.
Yeah.
Because I'm always going to be me, but as an
That Kodak
artist,
Black, isn't it?
that's always turned up to 10.
Sure.
You dig what I'm
Always.
saying?
Sure,
That's
yeah, I
me.
think that too.
That's me always turned
Yeah.
all the way up. And on my day-to-day, you
Well,
might
it's
see
performing.
me turned
You know
up
what I mean?
to 10 sometimes, but it's not going to be as
All
much.
the time.
Right, exactly.
But it is a performing art. You know what I mean? Being
It
a
is.
performer on
It
stage.
is.
And I think
not
it
every
goes hand
rapper's
in hand.
stage presence is great either.
Right.
And
Nope.
especially in this auto-tune era we live in,
Big
I've seen
Sean.
some bad
Big God.
videos on Facebook and YouTube of live shows
The
of
first
people
time-
that got hits on Billboard.
The first time,
but, you know,
I saw Big Sean perform,
Oh man,
that's my guy, man.
I like Big Sean.
When he did Blessed on the BET Awards.
He's got to be one of the most underrated artists currently.
But when he did that performance, I was like, bro, why are you just standing there? And it, his voice is so so it's like, so you just not gonna move? And you just gonna be
even in his videos,
fuck,
I feel that sometimes.
Yeah, his videos are amazing though. Like,
but it's everything around him.
That's the director. That's the videographer.
But I think it conveys his personality too, because everybody knows kind of that dude that's more laid back, but got a sharp wit.
He got the lines. You know what I mean?
I can feel that because I'm the same way. When I get on stage, I'd rather be right up in the mic and just spit.
And he might be trying to get his breathing right. That boy got bars.
He got bars.
Now in the current era, which I don't have anything against the mumble rap and all that. I like all that too, but in a current era with that, to have somebody who is bar dominant, that sounds like a disease or something. To have an MC who is bar dominant.
You know what? I mean, even to the point, M put him on the Detroit vs. Everybody track.
Right.
You know what I mean? M don't mess with nobody that don't have bars. Period. You know what I mean? So you got to give Big Sean his respect. But even in that video, he's just.
But I always laugh.
Back to the ladies, though. But top five most underrated. We gonna have to go.
I was saying one more thing first, though. I always laugh when I think about Big Sean and good music. Period. Because I watched the Joe Budden podcast one day and he was like, "Man, what are y'all doing over there? Y'all got a bunch of bar niggas, all those bar niggas over there, and y'all ain't doing nothing. Y'all ain't trying to jump in the ring and bar nobody to death." And he was like, "What do you mean?" He was like, "Well, somebody puts out a diss track. You got to get on the mic and spit bars, nigga."
But Joe Budden didn't respond to Marshall. Where the fuck is that at?
Joe Budden's retired. Is real. And my
Joe Budden's retired.
Hey, and Budden is one of my favorites. I've been listening to Budden since Desert Storm, bro, with fucking Fab and Paul Kane. You know what I mean? Since DJ Clue, Desert Storm. That's how long I've been listening to
New Jersey Devil.
Yes, dude. He's got bars, bro.
Budden's is all right. Bro, I was disappointed in the battle when he had the battle.
The battle with Hollow was whack.
Yeah, that was whack.
Don. You know what I mean? Hey, Hollow the Don 8 boy. You know what I'm saying?
Hollow the battle rapper.
8 that boy. Yeah, Hollow the Don series.
No Don DeMarco.
But and I mean, just Budden's. I prefer him as a personality.
Me too.
I'll just put it like that.
He's a better personality.
Yeah, I like him as an MC when he spits on a record.
I never was a Joe Budden's fan. I could never consider myself a Joe Budden's fan.
I got it to him.
The hypocrisy is real for him to try to say something when his career wasn't the greatest.
Right.
Just stick to being that reporter that
just be where you are right now in the current hip hop.
And quit trying to front like you could deal with him, because he couldn't deal with no Big Sean right now.
Back to number 4 on the
being
women.
Critical of some of the good music artists.
I disagree.
But not with Big Sean, because Big Sean got hits and he's lyrical. He has hits and is in lyrical.
Big Sean better
in
come with
an era
the
that's not lyrical.
Button gonna come with
Button got
bars,
lyrics, man.
Dog. You got
bars, but are you connecting with the people? To me, that's like masturbation. As an artist, the whole thing is connecting with the people.
How does turn into masturbation?
Because you're just
Takeez. This is top 5 pause.
Listen, when an artist is only rapping to gratify themselves, that is masturbation. That's musical masturbation.
I just learned about musical masturbation.
I was too. I was the worst. I would get so intertwined in my bars that somebody would literally have to be in my mind to understand the intricacy of my bars.
I always say I shouldn't have to explain my metaphors.
You shouldn't have to explain that. You can be lyrical and connect with the people. That's why my number 4 person in the greatest of all time, female MCs, lyrical but connects with the people. You can cha-cha-cha to this Mardi Gras. It's MC Light.
He went
still
way back.
relevant. Still relevant.
See, I had her floating around in my top 10, but she didn't land in my top 5.
She didn't land in my top 5.
Just because she didn't have the longevity.
I'm going to mention.
She's not relevant. She is historically relevant.
She's still relevant. She's still hosting. She's still hosting and being. If you listen to the BET Music Awards,
we're talking
Hip
about
Hop Awards, it's her voice.
I'm talking music-wise,
but still staying relevant. Latifah's not relevant currently music-wise.
Latifah dropped a disc a couple years ago that was crazy. And
some of her songs that she been dropping, that singing album, the blues,
all that
trash,
shit she been doing on Star is trash.
But that doesn't diminish her shine, her star power. Relevancy is being being aware. People are aware of you. MC Lyte is doing a lot of award shows.
Yeah.
Is hosting is. Her voice
I mean, she's MC Lyte.
Her
I mean,
voice
you can't
is
take that away.
everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
And
yeah, there's no way you could take that away.
I'll give it to y'all. I don't know who y'all number 4 is yet. This is definitely personal bias.
I mean,
like
my
what I was saying
was
about Latifah.
Lil' Kim.
You know, I initially had MC Lyte higher, but that was personal bias. I had to, kind of look at things.
Because of the legend, you can, honestly.
I mean, you know, she came out tomboy style, no sex appeal. You know, all she had was her Milk Audio 2.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And she had lyrical ability.
And she killed it straight off lyricism. And you got to think at the time when she came out, she was one of the innovators of that new era.
Oh yeah, she's even previous of what a lot of what we've mentioned so far.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
MC Lyte is a creator.
Yeah.
On the flip side of that, though, my number 4 is the Brat.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
I wondered if she
somebody was gonna say it.
She could eat fucking beats. You know what I mean? A lot like Eve.
Her
you know
and Lady of Rage to me are kind of.
And I Lady of Rage.
But Lady of Rage only has one single.
No.
And that's going to be my argument against Brat.
I'm just talking
about just gas.
But Brat was very relevant because of So Def, bro. She was very relevant
for a short period of time.
I mean, she was in her.
Oh no, you want to talk about relevancy? She's on Ricky Smiley Morning Show
every
right
day.
Right.
That's what I was gonna say. Every day.
No, she's not the star. She's not the star.
What did he say about MC Lyte?
Yeah, I knew that.
Her voice all around, right?
I knew that. The star of the BET Awards.
But the Brat doesn't have movies. MC Lyte has movies. The Brat doesn't have movies.
Wait, the Brat has been in movies. The Brat has been in movies.
Okay, I just saw MC Lyte on Power. I get that.
Yeah, she on Power.
Through the eras, most black
as
movies.
His lawyer.
But again, the reason I chose.
Best Man, stuff like that. She always pops up in different little movies and has cameos and stuff.
Okay, yeah,
I don't care. That's relevant.
Well, the reason it came back to me is again, it's lyricism. You know what I mean? The Brat could really chop a beat. You know what I mean? She would eat that shit. You know what I mean?
You're right.
But I feel like during her time, especially, and she was really, really relevant. You know what I mean? So was all the fucking over. And I didn't even like So. Like that wasn't Jermaine Dupri was not my dude.
I grew up
you know
in
what
the
I mean?
So Def era, so you need to watch your mouth.
I'm just saying, it wasn't my dude, man. Like I couldn't fuck with Bow Wow. You know what I mean?
He wearing a dog.
I couldn't fuck with Bow Wow. I couldn't. I never was a Jermaine Dupri guy. You know what I mean? Like
Jagged Edge was the truth. Don't play me.
I fuck with Jagged Edge.
Yeah, Jagged Edge is true.
Don't play me.
But I felt like the Brat was okay, and this kind of brings it back to where we said that most female hip hop MCs are leading ladies. They're not, you know what I mean? They're co-stars to the bigger label.
Yeah.
They're not the main, which Queen Latifah.
That's why I like Rhapsody, honestly.
You know what I mean?
She's the face of Jebla and with Ninth Wonder.
Well, and that's why I think the Brat, she played her role very well with So. She was the strong first lady of So. You know what I mean?
Yeah, basically.
But in her music, bro, she could rap.
And
you know
she
what
fine.
I mean?
No.
She could rap, and she is fine. But I don't think this is the thing that held me back from putting the Brat on my list, because she is someone I considered, and for the same reason I have a hard time even considering her on my top 10, is because when I think of the Brat, I think of so much untapped potential.
Well, I feel like that's Jermaine Dupri's fault.
How so?
Because she was in a contract, bro.
Right, you know but she kind of fell back from the industry as a whole. But the Brat was there to do major. She could have went major.
Sometimes that shit puts a sour taste in your mouth, and sometimes you get shelved. You know what I mean? Sometimes you don't get.
Sometimes
you know the music business.
Yeah.
Don't act like the hottest MCs of all times are the ones dropping music. You know what I mean?
But it was also, let's not forget, Brat whooping women in the club and all kind of stuff.
Christ,
you know, another gay chick. You can't let your studdish ways, affect your career. Queen Latifah.
Hey, didn't Cardi just throw something at Nicki?
Yeah, but she uses it to her benefit. Brat ran away from that, and we
didn't have social media in those days. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because the Brat whooping somebody's ass in the club would have got 1 million views on Facebook. You know what I mean?
Check this out, man. I talk about that all the time. That's so relevant.
Yeah.
Because when you're debating topics like this and you're talking about relevancy, you got to think about it. The social media age and how internet.
It's too different. The internet age changed things.
So crazy. And if you're not a '90s baby, you're not gonna be. I can sit up here and talk with y'all about the MC Lytes and stuff because my pops. You know what I'm saying? These 2000 babies,
right?
They daddies and they
Well, I mean, pre-internet, man, it's tough.
I know about pre-internet.
Yeah. Because all you had was MTV and BET.
Exactly,
you know what I mean?
That's it.
You had radio play. I couldn't remember when we got the station, bro.
Right,
like I can remember in Lawton before we had a hip hop station.
I heard about that.
You know what I mean?
I heard about that.
Oh man, trust me. When I grew up, it was country music or Magic 95.
Yeah, I had
and
to buy.
You were lucky enough to get some Michael Jackson or something.
Oh, bro,
you was dancing in the street.
most.
Because man, and they still make fun of me when I'm at work or whatever. A good country song, come on, look here.
Because you know it.
Boy, I be at work.
Hey,
a
good rock and roll song, come on, I'm singing that too. You understand me? Because I like all music. Yeah. And I think that's to the benefit of here. That forced me to like different music because, you know, that's what we were forced to.
And see, I feel like that's what pushed me harder into hip hop was because I was surrounded by country and all this shit. But I fell in love with hip hop.
Which is hip hop.
It was my first love. You know
that was unique.
And I had to take
my
my money to go buy the music I wanted to hear. I had to go get the Chronic album on CD. I had to go get the 36 Chambers of Death on tape. You know what I mean? I had to go get Southern Playlist, the Cadillac Funky Music. You know what I mean?
Easy does it. You know what I'm saying? Teaching Bricks and them when they were little kids. I'm talking about Bricks 2 years old, 3 years old. Singing The Boys in the Hood is always hard.
That track. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
I'm telling you,
that's real.
Life. And getting cussed out from my granny for having them learn all the songs to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
no doubt.
Like, it was real in the field. I remember when Luke did his thing and got the whole band in the USA.
Oh,
got that
Two Live Crew.
On the albums, the Parental Advisory. Like,
hey, see,
man, if we did top 5 artists of the South, if Luke ain't in your top,
that's funny.
Man,
you wrong.
Man, look here.
Hey, that's funny though. Let me tell you how I got into hip hop. For Christmas, all right, this is a spoiler for any little kids listening. For Christmas, Santa Claus got me a tape, and it was the Fat Boys Coming Back Hard Again.
Yeah.
It was the first rap tape I ever got. Got it from Santa Claus.
Right.
There was a song on there called Hell No, and it was like, boy, what? Do you want me to kick you out? And I said, hell no. My mama fucking threw that bedroom door open and was like, what? Santa Claus done lost his mind. You know, I was 8 years old. A couple years later when I realized, the truth, I was like, mama, nah, you did that. You know what I mean? Trying to blame Santa Claus, you know? But yeah, that's real relevant. I mean, you take it back to old school hip hop, whether it's men or women, you know what I mean? The originators are the ones with longevity. You know what I mean? Like, who's the female Jay-Z? You know what I mean? Right. Because whether you, I mean,
Queen Latifah.
Queen Latifah, right? I can't argue that. Yeah. All right, so we down to number 5.
4. No, you got. Keys didn't give us his 4.
Keys didn't give us a 4.
You never.
You said it was Little Kim.
Remember,
I was Little Kim.
So
okay.
Yeah.
And number 5,
and I'm no good with number 5 because I already said.
Yeah, I already said mine is Missy. I'm going with Missy.
Okay.
All the reasons you guys stated before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's pretty much the reason why I put.
I respect your position on that, on where she's at.
Yeah, no, you're right.
I can see her. Tomorrow she could be 3. She could be as high as 2. You know
the crazy thing about Missy though is tomorrow she could drop a track.
Right,
you know what I mean? Like,
and fuck the game up.
And she comes right behind Latifah in my eyes as far as that Jay-Z business person. Because, I mean, she's put other artists on.
She has.
Better than damn near the guy who put her on. You know what I mean?
Because she had Nicole Ray, right?
I mean, she's had worldwide music. Remember, she made the little white girl famous for dancing in her videos. Like that girl was
Missy was one of the first people to feature Eminem on a track.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Really?
And if you haven't heard it, it's like won't you bust a rhyme for me, boy? Slim Shady. Yeah, and dude, it's dope. And it's just Missy at the first part, and then the last 2 verses are Marshall Mathers. And it's that far back, Slim Shady LP time. I mean, she was one of the first people to be like, this white boy's dope. Let's get him on something.
I mean, a different style.
She had an eye. You know what I mean?
Uniqueness that she has.
Yeah.
I mean, I could debate her.
Yeah, Missy.
So many people doing the trash bag videos.
Oh, bro, yeah. She
not in music, but like you see it on Bang.
And she was comparable to Busta Rhymes at that time for best hip hop videos.
Yes. Dog. Who was making those videos back then? I want to know. I'm not even a videographer. You know what I mean?
Listen, bro. Listen.
Shout out to Steve, the director.
I showed my wife the Give Me Some More video the other day. Because she was, I was like, man, it was just like perfect.
It was so new.
Because I told her, I was like, I want to do something like that. And I got an idea like that. She was like, what are you talking about?
Oh, man, give me some more.
And I was like,
give me some more. Yo, Flip, what do we eat at? Give me some more.
That was
you hear that?
You really need that.
You see that Blue Demon come on TV?
Oh, yeah, bro.
Oh,
when you hear that,
the beat.
You knew what time it was.
Yeah.
Hey, Missy too though.
Even the what's the name video? The one where he remade the Remember the Time video.
Oh,
put your hands where my eyes
can see. Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a classic era though.
Back to Missy though.
She had the same feeling to her videos.
Let's talk about the Adidas deal. Did she have?
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about can we work it? Can you?
Yeah, you right.
You know, let's talk about how she revived Keisha Cole's career for a hot second with the Let Him Go. You know what I'm saying?
And she had Bubba Sparks rolling. She was in the Bubba Sparks Ugly video with Timbaland. Yeah, bro.
Oh, wow.
That beat is the same beat flipped. And at the end of it, Missy shows up and flips it. Timbaland flips the beat back, and Missy's riding a tractor in the video.
Oh, my God. That's crazy.
Bro.
I had to go back
relevant on a whole different level. You know what I mean? On some shit you wouldn't even think about.
I gotta check out that
Missy was there. You know what I mean?
Track.
Oh, yeah. It's dope. Just Google Missy Eminem. It's super dope.
Man, drop a link in the comments if you got the video.
Yeah, man, because I need to
let us know what y'all think about your top 5. Drop your personal top 5, man. Who we finish your top 5? Who was your 5?
Who was your 5?
Mine was Missy. His was Lil Kim's.
For the 5, yours was?
No, mine
was Missy.
Was 4.
No.
Yours. Okay. Man.
No, mine was Latifah. I had Latifah at 5.
Yeah.
That's why I said it earlier because you had her at what, 3?
Okay. Yeah.
I didn't have Lil' Kim in mind.
Okay,
mine was so debatable because it's weird because I don't like I said, y'all know I'm young, so I felt like I'd be disrespecting a lot of people if I threw in too many new people. But because of what we talked about earlier with a female being the face of a label and all that, I liked Rhapsody.
I don't even know.
Because of 5?
Because of the new wave. I gave her 5 for the new wave. But
see, new age artists I could put way higher, way more higher than that.
Who else you gonna put at rap right now?
Why not Nicki? How you gonna leave if you're gonna talk new age rappers, bro? Nicki is in the last 10 years she's the top.
I can't. The reason why I didn't
choose
Nicki is because of the whole, like you said. I'm the same way about Nicki.
I
feel like she's too processed, too industry.
Me too, bro. I feel like she's.
But still, you can't take away her accolades.
No, you can't.
Who is this Rhapsody chick?
Let's look at Billboard.
If you ask 10 people,
if I can explain myself,
explain. Please explain. Please.
Now, and I said because of the stuff we talked about earlier, but my main premise mainly was what we talked about with her with the front, and because
being the face of something.
Being the face
but
of
who
something.
Is she? Tell me who she is.
Let me finish.
Let's go. I'm waiting.
Because of the premise of where she's at, you know what I'm saying? I'm on the clock.
Yeah, you on the clock now.
So the way it's working is like this. The reason why I was like, man, I could say Roxanne Shante. I could say Queen Latifah. It was debatable for me.
Right.
It was. And I was like, yeah, I could do that. But I'm 25 and I couldn't really
So you needed to interject something from your time period.
So I needed to take something from me that I could see that I love myself. And I've been a fan of rap since like 2015.
Okay.
And the reason why
Rhapsody.
Yeah, Rhapsody.
Clear. Okay.
Yeah, Rhapsody, my bad. But it's Rhapsody. But the reason why is because, first of all, we talked about the Queen Latifah stamp out. She didn't have sex appeal. Rap is fine. Rap is a pretty girl, but rap ain't out here showing ass and titties. Rap straight up spit. You ain't listen to Layla's Wisdom? You didn't hear nobody talking about Rhapsody? No. It was nominated for a Grammy. How did you not?
What that mean?
Fam,
I've been on Childish Gambino for years, and then people didn't get
just
on
now getting relevant.
Right.
It's the same thing with her.
This Rhapsody chick, like I barely even heard of her.
Rhapsody, she just popped up last year, but you also
already you gonna put her on top 5?
She just popped. No,
where's she?
She popped up in the main North Carolina.
She
popped up in it. The reason why she just popped up. She used to be a part of a group too. It was called Cooley High. Shout out to them cats because they dope as fuck.
Okay.
They was dope as fuck.
Okay.
And they all went to Salem Winston.
Okay.
So they all went to Salem Winston State or something like that.
I'm gonna let y'all destroy this man. Destroy this man. Destroy this man in the comments section.
I said it was debatable.
I mean,
that ain't even debatable.
It's not for me either, bro. And it ain't even that I'm so old school because I told you I had a relevant top 5 recently too. You know what I mean? I got some controversy.
But I got to debate what I know.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
I can't be like Roxanne Shante was it.
Right.
I can't do that because I just watched her movie and realized who the fuck she was.
I had a few.
Shante was the truth.
My honorable mention, I was talking about
honorable
earlier,
mentions.
when I was like the one track thing. Y'all gonna laugh because I love Warren G. I remember Josh Skills.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Josh Skills was nice.
That one track she had. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, it's the super. That was my dog. My uncle showed me that song when I was like 9 years old. I was young. And he showed me that song, and I've been listening to it for years now. My 5 was that way because.
And who is your 5? Let's review the 5.
Yeah, run down your 5.
My 5 altogether was my number 1 was Lauryn Hill. My number 2 was what's my number? what is Missy? Yeah. My number 3 was Eve. My number 4 was Lil Kim, and then my number 5 was Rhapsody.
And your honorable mention.
My honorable mention was Josh Gill.
Okay. All right, this is Joe Biggs, man. My top 5, the best top 5, the real top 5 is number 1, Lauryn Hill. Number 2, Lil Kim. Number 3, Queen Latifah. Number 4, MC Lyte or Missy. Number 5, Missy. Honorable mentions, Nicki Minaj, Trina. Go ahead, Nuck.
All right, so this Knuckles. My top 5, of course, the greatest of all time was Lauryn Hill, Miss Education. I had Missy at number 2. I got Eve at number 3. I got the Brat at number 4, and I got Queen Latifah coming in at number 5. And my honorable mentions, man, I had a couple. I got Lisa Left Eye Lopez.
Yeah.
I felt like she definitely deserved it. And man, me being a fan of who I was, I really liked Raw Digger. You know what I mean? She got lyrics. You know what I mean? So that's my top 5. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm a rap nerd.
Beautiful, man. Hey man, it's your boy Takeez, man. It's been Takeez Top 5. Brought to you by Audio Club, man. Y'all tune in. We do this shit.
Yes, sir.